You're all going to die tonight. Nah. I'm not crazy, everyone. Like, I'm actually gonna cut my own tongue. What do you think I am? Crazy? Cutting my own tongue off. Nah. Hello everyone, I am 22 Tiger Dude, back for a movie review, and I'm here to do a movie review for the 2013 remake of Evil Dead, which was a remake of the original 1980s classic horror directed by Sam Raimi, The Evil Dead. Alright, so this remake is directed by Fede Alvarez, and it stars Jane Levy. The rest are unknown to me. Jane Levy is the only one in here that I'm very well known with. The Evil Dead remake is about when all these group of, I guess, kids, they go into this cabin, and Jane Levy plays this girl where she tries to get over her addiction of drugs, and she can't help herself. And then one of these days, this teacher, he has like this long blonde hair. He opens up the book and he wakes up like some kind of curse. So now Jane Levy becomes possessed. So going into Evil Dead, I was kinda excited about it. Not as much as a whole bunch of people, but I was kinda excited. And I'll be honest with you guys, I probably said this in my past reviews, like maybe Sinister or Cabin in the Woods, but I'm not a horror fan. I've never been a fan of the genre. In my opinion, horror films are either too predictable or too cliched, or they get too scary. If you guys remember, I had a lot of fun with Sinister last year. It was actually my favorite horror film of 2012, actually. And so, how does this film hold up? Well, for someone who's not a fan of the horror genre, I'm going to say Evil Dead was a pleasant surprise. I actually had a fun time watching Evil Dead, and it's just because it was so fresh. And I'll be honest, I haven't seen the original Evil Dead film. Maybe soon I will check it out now. But the remake, let's just say, the acting is really not that bad. And Jane Levy, I thought she did good here. Especially when she was possessed. When she was possessed, oh my goodness, that girl knew how to act, how to be possessed. I knew she was pretty good at acting, but I didn't know she could go far beyond acting, especially in a horror film like this, but she did a very well done job. I was very impressed by Jane Levy's acting here. And then the actor who plays the brother of Jane Levy, I thought he was a very enjoyable character, and probably the best character out of the whole movie, actually. Well, the teacher too, but the one I enjoyed the most was the brother. There is so much use of blood in Evil Dead, but it was just so much fun. It was so much fun watching all that blood, plus the fact that they're practical effects. So the use of the blood that they used in this remake, it was just very well done. I know you're going to ask me this. Is the remake scary for me? Honestly, no. It wasn't a scary film, to be honest. Only one part made me jump, and that was it. But the rest of the film, I really like it because it was something a little different to the horror genre, I guess you could say. You could tell that the director really wanted to bring something for all the horror fans out there. And I heard that this remake follows the original well, and that a lot of people are very pleased on how they did it. And it's very rare to find a good remake, but I'm going to say this, Evil Dead is one of the better remakes I've seen. Not the best, I would say, but one of the better. It's a very fun film. It's very bloody. I just enjoyed every moment of Evil Dead. The only flaw I did have with this film, though, is that there were a couple of unnecessary moments, and you see them in the trailer, actually. Like, there's this one scene where Jane Levy, she makes out with the blonde chick, and then blood comes out as she's making out. And then there's this other one where she throws up blood all over. Like, that wasn't necessary. Like, I know it was meant for entertainment, but those couple of parts in the movie, they just really weren't necessary. Everything else I really, really enjoyed, though. I had a ton of fun. I don't regret seeing it in theaters. In the end, it was worth paying $6.75 to see. I'm going to give Evil Dead 3.5 out of 4 stars. Not a scary film in my opinion, but it was a ton of fun. Subscribe to my channel. Comment below and give me your opinion of the film. Like and share this video. I hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!